Hey, what's going down, everybody? Another episode of Driving with Jethro, and I'm yours truly. These are my opinions. So, I'm driving back from southern Ohio today. I went to visit a friend of mine, and now I'm driving back on 75. And so, since I got a little time, I figured I would share some of my thoughts about the last couple of days. And it's interesting. I watched an old movie yesterday, or last night. It's Charlton Heston in Ben Hur. And if you've never seen it, it may be the best movie ever made. Now, of course, it's from the 50s, so not a lot of CGI or any of that stuff, but just good old-fashioned movie making. And it's almost 4 hours long, and it has everything: redemption, betrayal, love. There's an aspect of Jesus and the main character, Judah Ben Hur, having to go through all these trials and tribulations, but in the end, he thought his anger and his drive for vengeance was what was sustaining him and getting him, through all these trials. And it wasn't. It was the help of just different people at different times helping him out. And because of that, he made it. And at the end, he realizes how way back in the beginning of his journey, Jesus had actually helped him out and saved his life. And he has several other opportunities later in life to hear him preach, and he doesn't take advantage of it. And it's not until his crucifixion does he realize who he was, and that it was the man who 15 years before had saved his life. And it's an amazing story, and just, again, a really, really good movie. And I watched it, and I just felt very, old-timey movie. Puts you in that kind of nostalgic, like, yeah, it's good. It's good. So then I turned it off and switched the channel and had my entire soul yanked out of my body because it happened to go to TMZ, and they're talking about the Diddy case, and it happened to be on a cut of the assistant attorney general or whoever's in charge of prosecuting the case talking in a press conference about how they took 1,000 bottles of lube or baby oil or whatever out of that guy's house. And that just kind of, this is society now. Assassination attempt after assassination attempt on Trump. We gotta see videos about freak-offs and 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and it's enough to want to make you go jump in the shower right away. The lawyer, Diddy's lawyer, was on there, and it was, I'll give Harvey credit for not dying laughing, because this was the most ridiculous bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Harvey literally asked because the lawyer's trying to spin everything and, do what lawyers do, and somehow, try to defend the video where Diddy's in a bath towel kicking his old lady in the hallway and dragging her by her hair. Wow. Oh, but he apologized. It's about what that apology was worth, I bet. Says, not sorry he did it, sorry he did it on camera. But the lawyer tries to, oh ho hum, I'm never going to try and defend that, but it has nothing to do with the case at hand. And it's just, is there any way we can not talk about that video? And then Harvey asks about the baby oil. And I swear, this lawyer with a straight face, hey, the man's got a big house. Yep, honey, we got a 10-bedroom mansion, so I'm, what, 10 bottles of lube per room? Hey, but he does, and then, he likes to buy in bulk. He goes to Costco. For real? You ever seen what people buy at Costco? You ever see what they're wheeling out of that place? Harvey don't miss a beat. Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil. So it just, again, like I said, it just kind of sucked the soul right out of me, because I was, again, I felt so uplifted from watching a very good spiritual movie, and then reality just yanked the carpet right out from under me, because it's, yeah, I don't even know. And it's not even like I'm a huge, like, I have my own personal views on religion. I'm not really that big a fan of the Catholic Church. I mean, I know, of course, they're good Catholics, and I'm sure they do lots, excuse me, I'm sure they do lots of good things around the world, but y'all some shady characters in the hierarchy structure, especially in Rome. I mean, everybody doesn't, they don't talk about it, but they moved, I don't even want to call them priests, because that's not what a priest does. Like, these men who they knew had issues, well, we'll just keep this quiet and move you a couple states away, give you some counseling, and you're gonna be, boom, you're cured. There's no bigger crime than hurting a child. So I don't believe that. Do I really believe a guy walked on water 2,000 years ago? Not really. Not unless you prove to me that there are aliens and they exist, because I'm sorry, it just doesn't seem plausible to me. And I know that's the reason for faith, but I don't think, again, I don't think Islam has it right. I don't think the Jews have it right. I think the Buddhists might be onto something with maybe the circular renewal of whatever you want to call your soul, your chi, your chakra, your energy. Does that, again, can either be created nor destroyed, just change form. So who knows? But just because I don't believe St. Peter's gonna be standing in front of some pearly gates and going over all the good and bad stuff I've ever done in my life, I gotta believe if you're a good person and you have good energy, good things happen. And if you're a bad person and you got bad energy, you're gonna bring bad people around you, and bad things are gonna happen. So I'm just very disillusioned with where the country is at right now, and basically just people suck. They're horrible. And what do you do? I just don't. I'm thankful that I live in Kentucky, so there's lots of like-minded folks, and they're even, Lexington is the second biggest city in our state, and it is very old money, lots of old blue blood Democrat voting in the town. But I still, like, how do you argue with someone who will on one hand tell you you don't have a uterus, so you don't have a say in the abortion issue, so stand in the corner and shut up? Okay, well, what if I decide I'm a woman and I've got a uterus? Or as Sheldon would say, bazinga. Like, well, fight crazy with crazy? Like, water's wet, sky's blue, and there's men and women. Like, I'm sorry people have what they used to call, Ender J Dysphoria Day, and it just, it's no good. I'm not saying that people who want to identify as trans are no good. Please don't anybody take it that way. All I'm saying is you can live your life however you want. And if you want to be addressed as ma'am or sir and you're of a different gender, like, that's your prerogative. What I have a problem with is the people that, like, pitch a fit and lose their minds, like you're assaulting their grandmother or something. Like, you can't have it both ways. You understand? It's like abortion is either a woman's issue or it's everyone's issue, because according to you, everyone can be a woman. So what do you do? It's like, can men get pregnant? No, they can't. So somebody who was born with a vajayjay suddenly wants to put on a flannel shirt, take some pills, grow some facial hair. You're now a guy? No. Sorry. You're a woman who took some pills and put some clothes on and grew some facial hair. Like, and to be mad at the rest of us that we're not playing along with your delusion. Again, I have genuine empathy, sympathy, and it breaks my heart that someone could be that unhappy with the body that they were born into. But there's obviously something deeper going on if 1 out of 5 in the trans community attempts to commit suicide, and this is post-transition, which we're told fixes everything. There's just a lot of division in this country. I just hope that people are starting to come around to say, again, like, I'll refer to you by whatever name you want me to call you. I will do my best to remember if you have alternate pronouns that would be quote unquote the norm. Okay? But that doesn't give you the right to pitch a fit or go crazy if someone makes a mistake. Okay? And if someone disagrees and refuses to call you by your name that you want or your pronouns that you want, you know what? It just means that person is an asshole. Okay? But they're still allowed to be an asshole. It's the thing everybody's forgotten in America. You're allowed to be an asshole. That's it. Like, you do not have a right not to be offended. Free speech is the bedrock of our society, that's it. I don't have to think what you want me to think. And you can judge and blah, 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 and scream to the hilltops. You know, go have intercourse with yourself. Like, don't care. Don't care. Couldn't care less. And everybody just needs to keep it moving and just quit bitching. As I sit here on my video bitching. It's an imperfect world. But hey, that's why we're all in this spinning, mostly ball of water and rock, doing our thing, trying to get to the next sunrise, pay the mortgage, see loved ones, and keep it moving. Just, you know, the way I look at things, anyone who's watched my medically assisted video, I'm in recovery, and basically the way I look at things, like, I'm playing with house money. Because again, people that are addicted to opiates for as long as I was, and you know, said I'm not trying to glorify anything, it's just I had a bad habit. I had a real bad habit. And the truth is, in the last 10, 15 years, while I had my habit, it got incredibly dangerous in these streets with these drugs. And I'm one of very, 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 very few who have been able to make it out and be clean. And I know the AA and the NA people are gonna, oh, you're medically addicted, it's not real sobriety. Get fucked, alright? I don't sit in parking lots waiting on dealers anymore. Haven't in over 5 years, okay? So, it works for me. And that's all that matters. And I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks about it. You know why? Because I got a company credit card with my name on it and a PIN number. I could go to the ATM and withdraw hundreds or thousands of dollars at a whim. And it was my sister who gave it to me, because we're business partners. And this is someone who, again, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, she hid her purse from me, and the idea of giving me a credit card or a debit card with a PIN number, I'm gonna have gone through $1,000 in a matter of days. And you can't, when you're in it that deep, you can't stop yourself without help. I couldn't. And so again, this all leads back to me talking about, I'm on house money, like, and every day that I get to spend with my family is a blessing. Every day I get to spend with my wife is a blessing. And very, very lucky to be here. So, again, anybody thinking that they need help, it's out there. All you gotta do is ask a friend, a loved one, or just make a phone call. You can make a new friend who can get you on a better path. I remember waking up every morning and first thought, just, damn it, here we go again. Just get so sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you want the ride to stop. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to end things, but just don't know what to do and you feel trapped. So my heart goes out to anybody who's out there suffering, because now I'm getting to wake up and love on my dogs and start my day, and my first thought isn't shit, I'm awake. So again, this after Thanksgiving, that's our big holiday in our family. So after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna start working out. We'll do a weigh-in video just to see where the number's really at. And we're going on a trip in July, and so it's to see how much I can drop in about 8 months. So that'll be a part of the journey on here as well. So again, I know this one was all over the place, because you drive on 75 and your thoughts just kind of go everywhere, and just needed to talk about some things. And in my own way, this has been my own little therapy session for myself. And if anybody else gets enjoyment out of it, a few laughs, a couple chuckles, it's great. So again, this is Jethro. I hope everybody's doing well, had a good weekend. Love y'all. Be good or be good at it. We'll see you next time.